Hello and welcome to a new episode of My Animal Friends. In today's episode, we will see how gorillas engage in battles for territorial dominance. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Gorillas are known for being social animals, and their social structure is fundamental to understanding their behavior. Although they are generally peaceful animals, they can experience intense emotions, including anger. It's important to note that anger in gorillas is not a constant characteristic, and encounters with angry gorillas are relatively rare. Researchers who analyzed 50 years of demographic and behavioral information in gorillas have reached the conclusion that as the number of gorillas in a family increases, so does the frequency of fights among them. Typically, the dominant silverback males are the most likely to engage in battles. Gorillas often engage in confrontations for various reasons, with competition for territory and social dominance being the primary causes, especially among groups of males led by a dominant male. The dominant male defends a specific area that contains resources such as food, female gorillas, and habitat. Social hierarchy in gorilla groups is important, and males compete to be the dominant leader. Struggles for dominance can occur among adult males to establish who leads the group, subsequently influencing the chances of reproduction and the direction of the group. They are protective of their own and will become aggressive if they feel threatened or if they perceive any member of their family as being threatened. Contrary to popular belief, they are not chauvinistic and display a special tenderness when dealing with females and their offspring. Among themselves, they use a kind of verbal or nonverbal language that allows them to communicate. Although it is believed to be a fearsome and dangerous animal, the truth is that it is one of the calmest ones around. They only react aggressively when they, their family, or their herd are threatened. These animals typically have a dominant male in each group who protects the females and the younger ones. Naturally, when another male approaches, he tries to drive him away by demonstrating his behavior. He growls and beats his chest. If none of that succeeds in deterring the male, a violent confrontation can ensue, generally culminating in the death of one of them. When these leader gorillas age or are annihilated in battles by the new, more authoritarian and annihilating younger generations of gorillas, they fail to keep the groups united. Sometimes, the new leaders are seen confronting the family members of the old leader in order to eliminate all familial ties in the new group, thus avoiding future confrontations in battles for the offspring of the old leader. Scientists are still studying, but they do not fully understand all the factors that make a gorilla suitable for leadership. The leadership ability in a gorilla, much like in many animals, is based on a combination of physical, social, and behavioral traits. Leaders of gorilla groups are typically larger and stronger adult males. Physical strength enables them to maintain their dominant position and protect their group from external threats. The dominant male is always alert to potential dangers, positioning himself to have a clear view of the surroundings and being attentive to any signs of danger. He uses his size and strength to exhibit an intimidating attitude, including threatening postures, loud vocalizations, and displays of physical power to deter potential threats. In the face of danger, the dominant male takes on the responsibility of leading the active defense. He may confront the threat directly or mobilize the group to seek safe shelter. Competition for food or resources within the group can lead to fights among gorillas. This can occur, for example, during food foraging or in times of scarcity. It's important to note that while gorillas may display violent behaviors, these episodes are not the norm, and they generally try to avoid conflict. The majority of their time is dedicated to social and family activities, such as feeding, playing, and resting. During work trips to Rwanda, scientists observed changes in gorilla behavior starting in 2007. At that time, there were 3 large family groups, divided into several smaller units, and the population was growing. As a consequence, there ended up being 10 family groups in the studied area. The groups spread out to occupy more territory in Volcanoes National Park, but violent fights among them tripled. The deaths of small gorillas quintupled, causing the population growth to halve. This is likely due to the death of leaders who are annihilated in battles by the new, more authoritarian and bloodthirsty younger generations of gorillas. The dominant gorilla controls access to the group, allowing only certain individuals or known members to approach. This helps prevent potential unknown threats. It is also crucial that the dominant male can intervene in internal disputes among group members to prevent conflicts that may weaken the unity and defensive capability of the group against external threats. It's important to note that although the dominant male plays a central role in protecting the group, other members of the troop also contribute to surveillance and collective defense. The social structure of gorillas is designed to maximize the safety and survival of the group as a whole. In the animal kingdom, especially among male gorillas, participation in battles for access to females and to establish dominance within the group is observed. These confrontations, more than serious physical encounters, are rituals that often get resolved through displays of strength and vocalizations. Gorilla displays of strength are a crucial component before any physical conflict occurs. Male gorillas employ tactics such as chest beating, growling, threatening gestures, and assuming dominant postures to demonstrate their strength and determine who is the stronger leader. Vocalizations, such as grunts and roars, play a fundamental role in social interactions among gorillas. These vocalizations not only communicate dominance, but also warn rivals about the gorilla's position in the social hierarchy. While battles may suggest physical confrontations, they don't always involve direct combat. Displays of strength are often sufficient to establish hierarchy and prevent more serious conflicts. Most of the time, disputes are resolved without escalating to physical fighting. During the mating season, when females are sexually receptive, competition among males intensifies. Gorillas vie for the right to mate with receptive females, and the winner has more opportunities to reproduce and pass on his genes. Once the hierarchy is established within the group, males tend to respect it. Those in lower positions avoid confronting the leaders and seek opportunities to mate when dominant males are not present. It's crucial to emphasize that, despite the intensity of these apparent battles, they rarely result in serious injuries. Avoiding physical conflict is beneficial for the entire group, as injuries could weaken the group and compromise its survival ability. In many cases, displays of strength and vocalizations are sufficient to resolve disputes and effectively establish the social hierarchy among gorillas. The behavior of gorillas towards a new member in their group is influenced by various factors such as age, gender, social hierarchy, and the personalities of the individuals involved. These animals are social and live in groups led by a dominant male known as the silverback. The introduction of a new member can trigger various responses in the group, with some of the most common ones being acceptance, initial aggression, temporary isolation, and curiosity and exploration. In situations of acceptance, gorillas can easily integrate the new member if they display submissive behaviors and respect the existing social hierarchy. This transition can be smooth, and the new individual joins the group without significant conflicts. On the other hand, initial aggression is a possibility where gorillas may exhibit intimidating behaviors such as chest beating, vocalizations, and displays of strength. These interactions are part of how gorillas establish hierarchies and roles within the group, contributing to a clearer social structure. Thank you for sticking around until the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your comments about this video.